Hi, folks. Omri here. I hope you're well. I've started diving into some understanding and reading about the notion of decentering whiteness. Now, decentering whiteness is a conversation that some of us heard before the murder of George Floyd, but most of us have been presented with this notion since the murder of George Floyd. And oftentimes, I'm not quite sure on how people hear it. Those that are into racial and social justice probably hear it as a rallying cry or a beacon of hope in a way. Others might see it as, hey, why do you want me to not be in the center? As you know, I believe that we should be centering humanity, all of our differences and similarities, making sure that we attend to the needs of everyone to create the conditions for everyone to thrive. Now, that's a far cry sometimes from the way people believe or do the DEI work in general, but I believe it's extremely important. Now, when I start exploring this notion of decentering whiteness, I came across, or I went back to rather, the work of Khalil Gibran in The Prophet. And he has a poem where the people ask him about reason and passion. I want to read it because I want us to explore and understand if we are using our reason and passion in balance and in a way that allows us to move this conversation towards what we're intending to create, whether that's transforming racism in organizational life or, as we say, creating the conditions for everyone to thrive. Does decentering whiteness, the way we share it now, or the understanding that's presented to non-DEI people, create those possibilities? I'll read the poem. And the priestess spoke again and said, "Speak to us of reason and passion." And he answered, saying, "Your soul is oftentimes a battlefield upon which your reason and your judgment wage war against your passion and your appetite. Would that I could be the peacemaker in your soul, that I might turn the discord and rivalry of your elements into oneness and melody. But how shall I, unless you yourselves be also the peacemakers, nay, the lovers of all your elements? Your reason and your passion are the rudder and the sails of your seafaring soul. If either your sails or your rudder be broken, you can but toss and drift, or else be held at a standstill in mid-seas. For reason, ruling alone, is a force confining, and passion, unattended, is a flame that burns to its own destruction. Therefore, let your soul exalt your reason to the height of passion, that it may sing. And let it direct your passion with reason, that your passion may live through its own daily resurrection, and like the phoenix rise above its own ashes. I would have you consider your judgment and your appetite even as you would two loved guests in your house. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other, for he who is more mindful of one loses the love and faith of both. Among the hills, when you sit in the cool shade of the white poplars, sharing the peace and serenity of distant fields and meadows, then let your heart say in silence, God rest in reason. And when the storm comes and the mighty wind shakes the forest and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty of the sky, then let your heart say in awe, God moves in passion. And since you are a breath in God's spear and a leaf in God's forest, you too should rest in reason and move in passion. Are we resting in reason and moving in passion as we utilize the term decentering whiteness? Could we transform it if we're not? What's possible? What could get in the way of using the idea of decentering whiteness? I'm going to work and learn more and come back to you and share more about this later. If you have never read The Prophet, it's absolutely worth it. So I hope that was helpful. If you haven't read Reconstructing Inclusion, what are you waiting for? Pick it up at a bookstore or online. Make it a great day. Peace.